Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Onyxe Blade back with another video. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be about my series Forbidden. However, I'm not talking about my book per se, even though I will promote my book a little bit before the end of this video. Of course, there'll be links in the description as well for those who wish to purchase. But anyway, let's get to the point of this video. Today, I'm going to talk about some of my OCs. I'm going to talk about quite a few of my original characters, OCs. But the ones I want to focus on the most at the moment are the OCs that were inspired by BL series, both Thai and Taiwanese. I almost forgot that. I was going to say something else. Both Thai and Taiwanese BL series. BL stands for Boy Love. So, for those who don't know, for the past few months, I've been really enjoying Boy Love series. My favorite one is Trapped. Funny enough, Trapped is like my favorite BL series, but I have no OCs currently inspired by either of the two main characters, which is so funny to me, but I do not. However, I have other BL series that I love very much, and I also have characters inspired by the characters of the series. Of course, you know, I changed my story, give them different names, different origins. The only thing I kept the same is they're from if the characters were based on the Taiwanese characters, I kept them in Taiwan, and they were based on the Thailand characters, I kept them in Thailand. I may take some inspirations, but I made sure not to come over like I'm plagiarizing or stealing someone's idea, because number one, as a creator myself, I don't want someone stealing my idea verbatim. It's one thing to be expired, but not to take someone's idea completely and act like it's yours when it's definitely not the case. So the first two characters, which are coming later this month, depending my friend Ponder Sleuth gets them done in a fair amount of time, is the couple Fukan and Bomi. Fukan and Bomi are a Thailand couple. They are spirit fighters, because they both possess abilities to help combat spirits. They team up alongside, sorry about my speech impediment kicking through sometimes. They team up alongside the Zimbabwe sage, Dorothea. I love Dorothea so much. And a little bit about Dorothea, she's inspired by Dolores from King of Fighters, but I did my own take on it. That's why her name is so similar sounding, Dorothea, Dolores. Well, not really, but you know, both start with a D, and both are very old-fashioned names. But their power set and personalities are really nothing alike. Even though I would say Dorothea is very wise and calm, but I did think I gave Dorothea a little more spice than what SK did for Dolores. But that's just my opinion. I still think Dolores is a dope character. Obviously, I made a character inspired by Dolores, even though their designs are nothing alike. And origins is completely different. But now let's get back to Fukan and Bomi. Those two characters both are Thai characters. They are inspired by the characters played by the actor Frank. I don't know Frank's last name currently. And the other actor is Drake Ledeck. They're inspired by their characters T and Mork from That's My Boy, which is one of my favorite BL series. Yes, the ending is a little bit what the heck. Thank God for the comments for explaining what actually went down. But it is one of my favorite series. And I think they actually the first two characters I created that were inspired by BL characters, Fukan and Bomi. Fukan is based on T, and Bomi is based on Mork. And also, I'll be leaving descriptions for the BL series for those. I know probably majority of you guys, and first of all, anyone who is actually listening to this right now, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. But if you're not listening, if you are listening to this and you're curious to where these characters are inspired from, I will be leaving links in the description as well. Not just for my books, I'll be leaving descriptions for or the BL series that are inspiring my current set of characters that I will be discussing right now. So Fukan is based on T, and Bomi is based on Mork. Of course, the origins are different. I don't do the whole parent story, the whole thing. I kind of went more like high school childhood friends who went to high school to they meet each other again in high school. And there's really no drama between them. They just end up falling in love while dealing with spirit problems, because spirits are haunting their schools. And in the near future, I plan to do like a blog story where you kind of get where Fukan and Bomi, alongside Dorothea, are taking care of evil spirits that are plaguing their school. And during the time, Fukan and Bomi fall in love. But because honestly, I love T and Mork's romance, but I didn't really care for how Eddie went down. Like first how Mork pulled a prank on T where he was with freaking Bambi and stuff like that, and then they fake being in a relationship. You know, they always act like they were in a relationship the whole time, and then eventually they come like a real life relationship, a real life boyfriends. But anyways, my first set of characters are inspired by T and Mork from That's My Boy, Fukan and Bomi. Now I'll move on to my Taiwanese, and I have quite a few characters that are based. Well, not really, because only 4. Yeah, 4 right now. The next set of characters is, which is also getting worked on, is Xavier and Chahai, and then later down the line, they're not in the works yet in terms of commission. I just drew them the other day. This Eden and Dazia. Okay, and these 4 characters, then they don't know each other. Chahai and Xavier are a couple, and Eden and Dazia are a couple. They're all based in Taiwan, and all 4 characters are based on the lead characters from the series Crossing the Line. Crossing the Line is one of my favorite BL series. I love Crossing the Line. I'm so sad it was short. It only had like 4 episodes, but it was a good series start to finish. Xavier is based on Zach Liu's character. I'm going to say the actors' names because the characters' names in Crossing the Line were a little bit tricky for me. Chahai was based on Fondi Fan's character in Crossing the Line. And then, Dazia's character is based on Nick. And then lastly, Eden's character is based on Patrick. But they're only inspired by the characters, not the actors. Because, at the end of the day, I do want to clarify, none of my OCs are inspired by the actors. Maybe physical appearances somewhat, but not personality, not backstory, not personal life. Because with real people, I take what I like about them. Similar to my OC Monique Sofer, I'm a big fan of TV personality Monique Samuels, but I did the bare minimum to make sure things I took from Monique Samuels and I add them to Monique Sofer, because I don't want to base all my characters on people's regular day-to-day lives. The only thing I gave to Monique Sofer that directly comes from Monique Sofer has 3 kids and she's married. Everything else, I did my own thing. And of course, she's a black woman, but that's a given. But now getting back to my BL inspired characters. So Xavier is based on Zach Liu's character. Chahai is based on Fondi Fan's character. And then the stepbrothers that I created are based on Nick and Patrick's character in Crossing the Line. Of course, different stories. As you guys will check on my blog, and for those who want to check the blog, they will see that, okay, because like I said, I'm not about plagiarism. I still like to, I may be inspired by something. I make damn sure to add my own twist when creating my characters. And I'm trying to think what else. There's one more BL inspired character I got working on by my friend Nico. Oh yes, Pranay. For those who don't know, I made a video talk about it. It only got like 10 views, but that's okay because I didn't expect it to do a lot. I'm not sure. I think I talked about it a couple times. I told Sunset About You, and of course the sequel, which I didn't care for too much, I Promise You the Moon. I based another set of OCs on the characters OA and T. However, the character I based on T, which his name is Dewey, I didn't do Dewey's an actor, but I didn't do too much with Dewey, as I focus more on OA, the character that's inspired by OA, which is Pranay. And you guys can check out his story now too. Pranay is a feminine freelance agent. He's a pupil of Scylla Barrows, and he does a little bit of everything because he doesn't like to live a linear lifestyle, and he's married to his actor husband T, not T, Dewey. Dewey. Dewey's based on T. That's why I said that. But like I said, with all my BLOCs, I just the BLC has been such inspirational to me. I create quite a few characters. However, I do feel bad sometimes because I feel like I'm making too many characters based on BL series characters. And even though I'm a gay man, you guys already know that, I do, and I'm going to continue making LGBT characters. Like I said, I still want to do a lesbian OC at some point in the future. I have a bisexual OC in August Starfinder. And while I don't, particularly right now, I'm not going to say never, I don't see the need for a transgender OC, and that's not saying disrespectful because in my world, you're born the correct gender. But I might do something in the future where a man may have an accent, magical accent, because this is a fantasy world, and he's now transformed into a woman. I might do something like that in the future, or vice versa, have a woman who does a magical accident and she's transformed into a man. That would be how my transgender situation would go. Because I'm not saying the trans community is very important to LGBTQ, but I also get that trans people were born to one gender. So why would I introduce a character who was born to one gender? I want to make sure every character in my story, whether you're masculine or feminine, you agree to what you were born as. So that's why I don't really see the need for a transgender character, but I do want to somehow include that a trans themed character in the future. So anyways, I just feel like talking about my OCs that are inspired by BL series today. I'll do more Forbidden Talks video like this in the future. Anyways, this is it for now. You got this far. Thanks so much for listening. And before I end the video, I want to shout out 3 people who I know bought my book. And if you also bought my book, let me know in the comments. I'll shout you out in a future video. But I'm going to shout out my friend Damien, my friend Chris, and my friend Divine. Thank you so much for supporting Forbidden. And also shout out to my friend Aliza. Thank you so much, Aliza, for helping me with my series. And shout out to my beautiful mom, the best mom in the world. Thank you, mommy. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, this is it for now. Peace and take care. Honest Blade out. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.